Today, from Columbus, Ohio, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. See Jacob Eason and the Columbus Aviators versus Dak Prescott and the Salt Lake City Elks.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Salt Lake City Elks and the Columbus Aviators. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Columbus Ball Club entering play. They come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. Winners of 6 of their last 8. Meanwhile, for the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? On the return, Walker. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First down, Prescott. He'll get this to Eckler. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's into the hands of Eckler. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And again, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To number 8.
A gain of 6 there on first.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Eckler. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Ed Oliver made the tackle.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And this one is right through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Elms 3, Aviators nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from the University of Washington. This is Jacob Eason.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
In 11 at the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Eason to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun is Eason. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brought down at the 30.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 80 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The 48-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Elks 3.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Eason. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Eason, and he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again. Eason. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Prescott off play action. Throw left side complete. It's long. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. He's got it with the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Number 80.
Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott from the gun. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott now. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Aviators 7, Elk 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Eason gets this out to Saquon Barkley. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
1st down and 10.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody will press it a little bit. This might be the case.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Draw play, it's Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Aaron Donald on the stop. A 3-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
He's brought down at the 42.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll run on 1st down. McKinney. And 3 yards there. Takes him to the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll throw again. Prescott looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Third to the air again. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Don't do us like that.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Point after try forthcoming. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast?
Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
On for the point after, Corey Vedvik. And the lead is now 13. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Eason on 2nd down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And the offense will burn their 3rd and as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And he gets this one to Woodley complete.
23 more yards.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. This will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Eason will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Eason. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Miles Jack. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
A gain of 12 yards. It's 3rd and goal.
Eason. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
20. Aviators 10.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Prescott gets this one to Hill.
Prescott's pass. Caught by.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
9-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down, Salt Lake City.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Hardman.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's long. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, it's McKinney. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Prescott.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Once more, here's Eckler. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Following the fumble recovery, Eason.
Jacob Eason.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 2nd down. Here's Eason. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Saquon Barkley. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. On play action, Prescott runs through the contact. They're going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Dak Prescott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Extra point try now for Vedvik. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Eason. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Barkley. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun is Eason. He'll find Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Eason in trouble, and down he goes. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, Eason. A full left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Eason. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays.
The score, Elks 27, Aviators 17.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. So 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
That one complete to Hill. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Complete.
That one goes for 30 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. So that'll back him up 5.
Still 3rd down.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Field goal is good. Makes the score Elks 30, Aviators 17.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 13, and time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. 1st and 10, Eason. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. Able to shake him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Jacob Eason.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Eason going to try and throw for it. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And now it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Eason. He dumps it off to Barkley. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. This one caught by Ridley. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 1st and 10, Eason.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
Eason's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Salt Lake City, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Columbus, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.